lived in eastern Mali at the foot of the Bandiagara cliff in the 14th century. They settled in the fallen earth below the cliff, under the villages of the first inhabitants, the Telem. The Telem disappeared, and the Dogon used their earthen constructions as tombs. But to settle permanently, a watering spot was imperative. Legend says that the barking of a dog led the ancestors of the inhabitants of Bamba to the Entogo pond. Other men, however, had arrived there before them. To put an end to their violent disputes, the elders decided that once a year, everyone would come together for a collective fishing expedition, which ever since has brought good luck to all the participants. Amadoun is 45 years old. After working for a long time in neighboring lands, he returned to Bamba to assume his responsibilities as chief of a large Dogon family. During the dry season, he repairs his house. In 3 months, his millet culture and his vegetable garden will take up all of his time. Amadoun has just one wife and 2 children. Since there is no school at this time of year, his eldest son Idrissa is the goat herd. The earth is so dry that there isn't even a blade of grass growing, and Idrissa must cut thorny acacia branches to feed his goats. Like all the adult men, Amadoun meets with his friends under the traditional discussion tree. This is where important decisions are made and where the men go just to relax. The date for fishing was decided on a long while ago, but the elders, after checking the level of the water, confirm this decision. They assign Amadoun the mission of going to the neighboring village of Damasongo to announce the date. Amadoun stops to tell his son that he's leaving. With his eyes lowered as a sign of respect, Idrissa makes it known that he would like to go with his father. He was circumcised the year before, thus giving him the right to participate in this sacred fishing rite for the first time. The dream of every young Dogon in the region. And now, at 13, he feels he is an adult. He wants to go with his father to discover the world. On the way, Idrissa sees his first crocodiles. Amadoun tells his son that they are considered sacred in this village because the legend says that one of them helped a man cross a flooding river. Here, it's believed that when a child is born, so is a crocodile. They are therefore the twins of man, and it's forbidden for man to kill them at the risk of personal misfortune. Amadoun and Idrissa come to Damasongo. The village is hard to see from below. Everything is the same color. The rocks, the houses, the millet granaries with their pointed roofs all overlap one another. The cliffside villages were all built in difficult-to-reach places, and climbing up or down winding paths is a daily occupation of the Dogon. Amadoun's first visit is to his sculptor friend. He greatly admires the work of this man who can breathe a soul into his creations. Although Amadoun is a good Muslim, he is glad his son is seeing this traditional art of the cliff dwellers, since in his own village of Bamba, now converted to Islam, such doors, for example, don't exist. The sculptor points out the different symbols. He shows the boy the importance of children to the Dogon, which explains the presence of masculine and feminine faces, and breasts protected by the wavy line, symbolizing the gods of the water. Afterwards, Amadoun and Idrissa enter the Togun, the Damasongo discussion house. This structure must be square, and the roof, made of a thick layer of millet bunches, has to be low so that no man can stand up in it, thus preventing threats or violence. After the long traditional greetings, Amadoun announces the date chosen for the Entogo fishing expedition. The chief and the Hogan, the village's most important religious dignitary, bless Amadoun for this good news and allow the Togun to be filled with serious and wise words. For the Dogon, speech and weaving are closely linked. The word is in the sound of the pulley and the shuttle, filling the empty spaces between the threads. They say here that the stomach is a forge which manufactures speech. Heated by the fire, the water is turned into sound vapor, which becomes loaded with meaning and surges to the throat. There, a loom is in operation. The tongue is the shuttle, and the teeth the reed. Speech is woven in the mouth like a strip of cotton. It takes shape and leaves through the teeth before irrigating and fertilizing another person. For the Dogon, two things are essential: children and speech. The rolling strip of material is an image of the multiplication of human beings. Amadoun has fulfilled his mission, but before going home he pays a visit to a very special person, the blacksmith. Here, blacksmiths are highly respected, since they symbolize the first ancestor who came down to earth, the one who stole fire and gave it to man. When he strikes the iron on the anvil, they say that the blacksmith enables the people to hear the voice of God. The first ancestor also brought to earth the first seed and the rain. It was he who taught the Dogon agriculture. And since he is also responsible for repairing tools and weapons, the blacksmith is therefore indispensable to the smooth functioning of the society. After a brief lesson, Amadoun learns how to fix the old family rifle himself. He can now go home to Bamba and get ready for the fishing at Entogo. Fishing in the sacred pond will take place tomorrow. Long before, however, Amadoun built the only earth oven in his village, and he will take advantage of the big market, which will take place at the same time as the fishing, to sell his bread. He learned baking during his travels. It's an excellent chance for him to make a little money. The night will be short, but he knows that he'll have no trouble selling everything, since bread is very rare in Dogon country. The big day is finally here. Everyone in the region converges on Bamba, each one on the mount of his choice. For the women, the real attraction is going to the big market, where they can get together on their own, since they're not allowed to go to the pond with their husbands. People come from very far away with their baskets to participate in the annual Entogo fishing rite. The blacksmiths are preceded and announced by a bell. All the important people in the region are present, recognizable by their horses, which even today remains a chief-like symbol. This man is the elder Dogon of the village, the traditional religious chief. He was converted to Islam at the same time as the other inhabitants of Bamba, but he retained his chiefly aura. It is he who gives the signal to leave. The dignitaries of the region go with him and begin the march to the Entogo pond. On the way, some of the men try to stand out from the others through an improvised race. Anything to be noticed. Behind is the procession of men and circumcised boys. The participants group together according to their extended families and their regions of origin. As the ritual requires, they go to one of the 3 hills overlooking the pond. When the order is given, the designated family representatives rush to remove the branches that had been carefully placed at the center of the pond so that the fish would be protected from the birds. It's an honor to have been chosen for this task. When everyone has returned to his spot on the bank, the chiefs of the 3 large areas of Bamba each speak. They recite the names of ancestral Dogon families and those of the 33 areas which make up the commune of Bamba. These words are sacred and are pronounced from one of the baskets. Some want a souvenir of this moment. The last one to pronounce the ritualistic litany blesses all the participants, regardless of whether they're Muslim or Christian. The end of his speech is the signal to rush into the pond. The reading of this long list reaffirms the unity of the Dogon people. The fishing lasts only a quarter of an hour, and each man must trap some of these precious fish, an assurance of peace and happiness in the year to come. Very quickly, everyone returns to the bank and regroups by family, along with their catch. The fish are all put together. They'll be redistributed and shared later. None will be sold. Fish are a symbol of fertility and are often given as an offering to women. To close the ceremony, the ballet of the old stone rifles is organized. To the delight of the girls, the young men fire into the air, but it doesn't always work. The noise and the smoke are meant to chase the dry season away and make things come alive again with the rain that they invoke. Sometime later, Amadoun goes to see the diviner who draws the fox table in the sand used to predict the future. The fox is one of the sons of God, but at the dawn of time, he wanted to become God's equal and committed incest with the earth, his mother. To punish the fox, God transformed him into an animal and took away his voice. But he left him a sort of language using his paws, with which he made words used to predict the future. By coming tonight, the fox will answer man's questions. Amadoun, outside of the sacred circle, listens respectfully to the mysterious words of the diviner. He's come to ask if the cereal harvest will be successful. Today, for the first time in months, the sky has clouded up. This may be a good sign. But to get the fox's answer, they'll have to wait until tomorrow.